Welcome to Whiskey Vault.
Don't look.
I can see in the monitor.
No, don't look.
It's a bottle of
No,
some kind.
don't look.
It's about that big, and then maybe I can feel it.
Nope.
What are you
Today we go big brand, Rex.
covering? Oh.
Thanks to the Patron Saint Elton Billings.
Elton Billings, your patron saint of whiskey. All right.
Macallan.
That's impossible.
I know.
This is the Whiskey Vault 2022. There couldn't be a Macallan on the day.
Well, it's one that's hard to get.
Oh.
It's Macallan number 5.
That tracks.
Yeah. So they did a whole bunch of we loved number 2 and number 3.
Welcome to Rare Whiskey Every Day. We're
yeah.
gonna go through.
This one was when they
Smaller brands.
partnered with the Pantone Color Institute.
Wait, really?
Yeah, no joke.
Like the RGB?
Yeah.
The CMYK?
Yeah. They partnered with them to showcase the various colors of the casks that went into this blend.
You know, it'd be very funny if they showcased what E150 does in a whiskey.
I know, right? So this one is natural coloring.
Yeah.
Right? But see, that grid right there is the color of all the barrels that went in.
That's cool.
Along with their Pantone color code.
You know, I'm familiar with these tones because in the Patreon Whiskey Tribe Discord, that's how people, the more active you are, the darker
Your Pantone,
your name
yeah.
becomes. So, yeah, we had to find like the whiskey colors and then back them off all the way to like the new makes, all the way to the cask strength.
That's funny. So those are the colors of the cask that went
I don't know.
into
I
this.
thought it was a cool touch. He's not impressed.
No, I like it.
I thought it was a cool thing. You didn't yawn though, because that's really how people know you're into it. There you go.
That's a great
You
idea.
established
Okay.
the yawn is how you show that. Wow, that's great, Rex. I think you're doing so smart things. Yes.
So Pantone created the purple to
Yes.
match with the whiskey tones that they were in this bottle.
Okay.
So it's a custom color purple just for their release.
Okay.
That's it. But what's really cool about this is they finally told us what's in the bottle.
What do you mean?
I mean, these are the barrels that are in the bottle.
Oh.
First fill bourbon barrels,
Yeah.
second fill hogsheads, first fill Tavasa cooperage hogsheads and sherry butts, first fill Visima cooperage butts, and first fill Hudosa cooperage hogsheads butts.
A lot of butts in there.
A lot of butts.
What's a butt?
This is all American oak. It has to do with the size of barrel.
Okay, so it's the bigger size.
Ish.
I like big butts and I can't lie.
Okay, so I was dancing.
Gotta jump in though. And then
You other mothers can't deny. Come on, kids.
We just need to get to the part where we get sprung,
Oh.
and then we can move on to the whiskey.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm not there yet. All right, here we go. Yeah, it is, man. So, what was it like? Dates and figs, the dark fruitiness.
But way less of that than normal. I'm getting way more of a.
But that's the direction for sure.
I don't know if I am getting that.
Dude, I so am. This is like obviously, clearly, the Macallan with that beautiful nose of like the darker, figgy, sherry. Type.
I don't think there's any sherry in this.
Man, how is there not sherry?
I
There
think
has
this is
to be
all
sherry.
American barrels.
Shut your filthy hole.
I
This
mean,
has
maybe
to-
there's sherry in it. I don't know.
There's a cherry. I'll give you cherry. You get cherry in a lot of American.
I'm totally just giving you shit.
Okay.
Yeah, because the last time we got in a full fight about, like, there's no figs in this. So
We do fight about figs.
yeah, it's a weird thing to fight about. But yeah.
I'm gonna get you some figgy pudding next year.
Yeah, bring
Set a
us some figgy
spike.
put. I have to demand it first, according to the rules of Christmas.
Come on, you at least getting raisins? You getting some raisins in there?
No, actually, I'm not. I'm getting a lot of almond.
Well, this isn't helpful at all. Cherry, raisins. You say almond?
Yeah, I'm getting
Do you ever throw in
I'm getting the lighter sweet notes, like
lighter sweet?
yeah, like the almond roca direction of toffee
Okay, so I'm gonna say
and
this.
nut and
I'm
chocolate.
gonna say this. In the world of Macallan, in the spectrum,
Way less
in the
cherry
spectrum of Macallan, I say it's on the lighter end of the notes of Macallan.
Yeah.
But in the spectrum of whiskey, this is for like the raisiny, figgy, dates.
Still not getting that.
Oh man. All right. The cherry, though, this is the most, I think, cherry Macallan I've ever put my nose in.
Which would make sense because American oak barrels.
Yeah.
And
it is small.
I don't think there's sherry barrels in this, but I think there's barrels that held. I don't know. I'm only getting like Christmas baking spices, like cinnamon and nutmeg.
Yeah.
And then toffee and caramel and almond.
So I'm not getting the toffee.
But it's okay. I'm gonna try the palate and see what happens.
And does this come across as a little bit more young than what you typically get from a Macallan? So there's
It smells
a springiness.
lighter.
There's a springiness,
Yeah.
probably like the new oak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the palate,
Wow.
I would never have guessed this as a Macallan. This to me is coming off as all of the bourbon cask vanilla notes and the bourbon cask like light floral notes.
Cherry cream.
Yeah, I could see a creaminess to that.
Cherry cream. I actually kind of like
And now go back to the nose.
I kind of really like that. I kind of really.
I like it. I actually like it. This is the least classic Macallan I've ever had.
It's so in the spectrum of Macallan, yes, but I am still getting things that feel Macallan-ish, but the cherry's cranked up. It does make sense that it's the new American oak, and there's a young
It's
quality.
not new
to it.
American oak, but it's American oak.
And there is you know that thing that people do with coffee and with tea?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't help at all with whiskey.
No, it doesn't do anything.
So
I'm trying to remember what my favorite Macallan was.
Don't do that.
Because now I'm confused, but I thought it was this yellow one up here.
I get like a
Number
raw,
3.
I get a raw walnut. You ever get like a dried cherry and a raw walnut?
Yeah, I said, yeah,
Like
walnut.
a bag of. That's what I get.
I said almond, but I see what you mean. It's the
Yeah.
same direction. I
So
feel
like at Costco, you get one of these big
Number 4,
friggin'
I think.
bags full of like walnuts and cherries and like.
Holy
So
Number 4 was my favorite one.
That cost.
Can you see that on camera?
$18,000 of whiskey back.
This ladder is the worst. We really need a different ladder.
You need help?
Do what?
You don't want to see what's going on. This is really.
Why did the
Your donated bottles are not in good hands. That's all I'm saying.
Lagavulin got moved again, but no Lefroy got put in its place.
How far of a drive is Waco? So, it's raw walnuts,
Yeah.
dried cherries, mouthful together, you chew them up.
Yeah, I get in all the Christmas things in there too.
Like figs,
Baking, like nutmeg
figs,
or cinnamon
maybe
or
a little dates.
I don't cook
maybe
with
the
figs
dark
and dates. Yeah. I think you got some comments.
Well, no, but I just need you to admit though, the figs.
No. I bought some figs over Christmas break, 2 different kinds, for 2 reasons. 1, because my boys had never had figs. And I was like, you guys should try some figs. Yeah. And 2, to remind myself of like, what is that fig note I'm always referencing? Do I remember it correctly?
You get the dried figs, looks like a wiener skin.
And I didn't really like either of them.
You don't like Fig Newtons?
No. God, the texture is all terrible.
Daniel,
grainy. It's like eating sand cookies.
Dan, is it on the list? Probably. He does a good job of keeping track of
Yeah.
stuff. I think it'd be a lot easier just to keep track of a list of the things you do like.
Yeah. Whiskey. But not all whiskey.
Whiskey, cigars. That's it.
That's about it.
Jim Layton, with all the open bottles, do some go bad or lose flavor? Just curious.
No, they do change when they get really low. Like this one right here, Laird of Fintry, that doesn't taste anything like it did when we opened it.
Who got it? I mean, that's an interesting bottle to be really low.
Well, it's like 6 years old.
Okay.
And it's a special edition from them. We've ported it Canada things. We do have to keep track of the bottles, and now as they get lower, they don't change like by 50%, but they'll change in like the 10, 15%.
The biggest change will come from if you're starting to get low in a bottle and you're really trying to milk it and you open and close,
Multiple
open and close,
times.
open and close, open and close.
And we don't do
because
that.
it has so much room to release the ethanol. It's escaping, and then you have to release more ethanol. It's escaping. But yeah, if it's getting low and you just kind of leave it alone, then it's not going to change in a tremendous amount.
When we do hangout nights in here, I do regularly try to encourage people to like find the low bottles and empty them so that we know we can replace with full bottles.
Hangout nights?
Well, like with the Psalms after school, after whiskey school and stuff like that. It's only for Psalm graduates.
Can
Not a
I?
song.
Can
I mean, that's the whole thing.
I
No.
bring
No.
people that pass my very legitimate school of mooching?
No. Asking for the invitation is the opposite of mooching.
So I just need to do it, is what you're saying. Just need to show up.
You remember the code to the
point.
door?
Good point. I have people.
No, that doesn't count.
I have people.
No,
Look, it's in
gotta
my
be
text
you.
messages somewhere.
It's got to be you.
Jeff, the classic episode where Rex gives his tasting notes before tasting it, and Daniel gives his tasting notes solely on facial expressions.
Yeah, that was one of the episodes we did. Evidently, you talked about the whiskey before you ever even drank it
What?
at length, and then I didn't really say much the whole episode, but like,
Hold on a second.
Huh.
What?
it does happen regularly.
Wait, you mean from the nosing?
Yeah,
I'm
you'll
giving
nose
nosing
and then
notes.
you'll go at length, but then people are like, you haven't even tried it yet.
Well, I guess.
Nose is like 70% of it.
Well, maybe sometimes. I mean, there are cuts. Is that it? Are we cutting the taste, or are we really doing?
No, we eventually get to the
reviews
taste,
reviews
yeah.
of nosing.
No,
Okay.
It's just, he was halfway through and he was watching. But
What
anyway.
if we both developed like chronic health issues where we couldn't drink anymore, and it was just
Oh,
nosing?
man, we'd have to call in outside help.
Like, so we would give nosing notes,
We-
and then we would have a stunt booze hound to really just chug it up.
That sounds terrible.
Sounds like a great job.
Yeah.
You put your applications in the comments below. Who
Yeah,
wants
oh God,
to be the
no.
stunt booze hound
Stunt booze hound.
to just chug it up? All right. I like this.
I prefer, if I remember correctly, it's either 3 or 4, and I'm having a hard time remembering right now, to this, of the special editions. But I like this as an outlier Macallan,
I'm gonna say it.
as like an example of what Macallan's capable of.
I just went back and I found definitely figs. So I really like this.
It's good though.
Really like it. I really like the cherry.
It's very good.
Because there's figs, though. Because there's figs. Here's fighting, stealing, and drinking.
Fight.
Figs.
May you fight for
If you steal, may you steal your lover's fig.
And if you drink,
May you
drink.
fig with us.
Fig with us.